What's up, guys? Take 3. My dogs are barking and crap, so this is a third go around. First knife up is an Emerson Karambit. The blade, we didn't do anything to it. Well, other than I got rid of the nasty water jet marks that were up on the top here. If it'll focus. Made them nice and smooth, got rid of all those crappy grind lines or water jet marks, whatever. So the blade's pretty much the same, but we did Thunderstorm Kevlar. This pocket clip was, it was like heat anodized or something before. I bead blasted it because everything else is bead blasted. Bead blasted the hardware, bead blasted the liners, bead blasted the pivot on both sides, because Emerson, one side's black, one side's silver. You know, really? You know, this is silver. All the hardware was black. I think the pocket clip comes black. Gee, Ernie, make up your damn mind. Anyhow, so I got rid of the water jet marks on the liners the whole way around on the outside and on the inside. Got rid of the water jet marks up here in this jimping. Got them all nice and rounded off with the Thunderstorm Kevlar. Got rid of the holes. Where are the original scales? So the original scales, to me, when you put this thing in your hand, it just does not feel comfortable. I don't care how ergonomic it's supposed to be. The scales are thin and they've got these holes in here. All the holes do are, they don't really add any grip, but they also show the crappy sanding marks on the liners. You know, it's like somebody went over them with a 60 grit piece of sandpaper in all different kind of directions, and they look like shit. So they were stupid, if you ask me. But anyhow, so I didn't put holes back in it. I did bead blast the liners, the inside and outside, so they don't look nearly as bad. But with these cutouts in here, it just kind of made sense for me to do a rounding in here so that it fits better in your hand. These scales are a little tiny bit thicker, but it just feels 10 times better in your hand. And this customer is a lefty, so the pocket clip is on this side. I tried to grind out a little bit in here to give a little bit more room to move that lock bar over. But there wasn't a lot of room because I got that second detent in there and I didn't want to get the liner too thin. But I did take it in just a little bit. Put some nano oil and Tough Glide in there to smooth it up a little bit. Turned out pretty good. So whenever you guys get this type of material, whether it be the Lightning Strike or this Thunderstorm Kevlar, I go through, I polish it, and I try and remove all the little pieces of wire that stick up. Now, granted, it will not always stay that way. In and out of your pocket, whatnot, there's going to be some that end up sticking up that weren't there before. Best way to get rid of that is to take like 1,000 grit sandpaper or 1,500 grit sandpaper, maybe with a little bit of water on it, and just hit that one little spot until that piece of wire comes off. This doesn't screw up the finish on the handle. You can, you know, wipe that little area down with a little bit of oil or something, and you're back to new. So just FYI for you guys that like the Lightning Storm and the Thunderstorm and the Lightning Strike carbon fiber. Right now there's nothing sticking up anywhere, but again, in and out of your pocket, I can't guarantee it's going to stay that way. It's just the nature of the beast. So that's the first one. The second one is a Chris Reeve Umnumzaan. I hope I said that right. This is not a clone. I've had a clone in here before. This is a real one, and freaked me out a little bit by what we wanted to do with it. We wanted to do some file work and some flameage. And I guess there's another guy that does something similar, and I got told I'd get a lot of crap if I did it too close to what he does. So I didn't. But it's, you know, same kind of theory, but not exactly. You know, I wasn't copying his work. I don't want to piss anybody off. That wasn't the goal of this, but that's what the customer wanted. So, so the blade, we didn't do jack to the blade. No reason to. But here is the scales. So what I did was stonewashed everything. Stonewashed the hardware, even this, and both sides. Stonewashed everything. That way there's some scuffs and scrapes on it. Any knives that are just bead blasted, to me, they wear and you get scratches on them, and they're very noticeable. You know, if I were to buy a Sabenza, the first thing I would do would be stonewash it. Just that way I don't have to worry about scratching it. But then I went through and did some file work. Nothing overly fancy. You know, some of the things that he had shown me were like big, and then there was grooves going all over the whole thing. He was afraid that was a little bit much, and we didn't want to copy somebody else's work. So I just did some simple file work the whole way around on the spine, the whole way, and then flame anodized it, which I think looks really cool. It probably looks better in person than it does on camera. But you want to talk about newt? Okay, this is newt. This got charred by a blast of heat. I think it turned out really good. Still nice and smooth, you know, nothing got screwed up. Blade centering's right where it was. So yeah, I think it turned out really good. What do you guys think? That's my first major flame anodizing job. I've flame anodized metal hardware before, but this was interesting. I also kind of polished these areas up here so that the anodizing would stand out a little bit more, be a little bit brighter on the bevels to match, because the firework areas are brighter. You know, they're not they weren't bead blasted and stonewashed. They're more of a polished look, so they're a little bit brighter. It might be really hard to tell on this camera. I don't know. It looks like the color keeps getting screwed up. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. I don't know about you guys. I posted some pictures on Instagram, so some of you guys might have already seen that. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good. So those are the two jobs. Both jobs are for the same customer. So these will be going out tomorrow in the mail. And then going to be starting on Randy, going to be starting on your Emerson. I've been waiting for titanium. Somebody's supposed to send me titanium. I won't say who. But he might have already got it in the mail. I don't know. But if I gotta wait much longer, I think we'll just go ahead and do the original plan and do the Kevlar on it. And then I also have this Spyderco here. This was a pimp job from somebody else, and he wants me to put new scales and do some other stuff. So those two knives are up next, and then after that, I've got a big batch of Quakens and paramilitary 2s that I'm going to start on. And the deal with those, I've got a lot of Quakens here, and I've got quite a few paramilitary 2s. The process is I'm going to go through and like drill, you know, cut all the blanks out, drill all the holes, do all the milling, cut them all. I'm going to keep them all going together. But when it comes down to final processing, final rounding and polishing and assembly and all that kind of crap, I'll do that in order of as they came in and ship them out in the order that they came in. So it's a lot easier. I can do 5 knives in the same time I could have did 2 if I was doing reset up on everything. So anyhow, that's what's going on, guys, and those 2 will be going out tomorrow. Hope you liked them. Thanks for subbing. If you're following me on Instagram, it's Bauer Blade Works, and I've got quite a few subs on there, so thank you very much for that. And I don't got anything else. I'm going to go eat dinner, alright? Talk to you guys later.